Fighting in Stardew Valley has got to be one of my favorite things to do in the entire game. It's really fast-paced, and you're able to get some pretty good loot while you're down in the depths. I've even recently got the Danger in the Deep achievement, although I guess recent is a bit of a stretch. That seems oddly familiar. Anyways, I honestly used to choose a fighting style that favored consistency over the chance at one-shotting my enemies. But recently, my mentality switched. Why fight the enemies properly when you can use the Iridium Needle? The Iridium Needle is a dagger weapon with a 14% drop chance from the special slimes in the dangerous versions of the mines. Goodness me, that's a lot of words. It has a 10% base crit chance, and it has a surprisingly low base damage of only 20 to 35. For a weapon that's only available after collecting 100 golden walnuts, that's pitifully low. Honestly, don't know why I'm talking about this weapon. It doesn't seem that good. Oh, wait, hold on. Give me a sec. I think... Okay, I left out one of its stats. Oh. So, in other words, with every critical hit this pitiful dagger gets, its base damage is multiplied by 14! Okay. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. I'll just finish the intro sequence first. In today's video, we'll be discussing, that's right, the Iridium Needle, how fantastic it is in an all-crit build, how to create said all-crit build, and of course, its ridiculous damage output. Let's get started. Alright, let's first start the section off with some simple maths by first calculating the overall damage range this weapon has. The minimum damage of the Iridium Needle is a low roll non-critical hit at a very measly 20 damage. However, taking a high roll crit of 35 and multiplying it by 14, we get a total of 490 damage in a single hit. Let's put this damage differential into perspective by comparing the low and the high roll damages against the max tail segment Royal Serpent. With 18 segments, Royal Serpents of this size have a total of 1050 HP. If you're somehow the unluckiest person in the entire world and can only hit low roll, non-critical hits, it would take you 53 hits just to kill one of these things. However, with the power of max roll crits, you're able to take it from 53 hits all the way down to 3. Okay, in all honesty, I really don't think I'm doing this weapon enough justice, because realistically, you'll be getting much more crits at a much more varied range. I myself tend to get my damage in the 300s or so. But keep in mind that that's still more than enough to completely one-shot normal serpents and get the vast majority of other monsters down to critical health too. And realistically, with this weapon, you'll be getting much more crits than you'd otherwise expect anyways, especially if you use its secondary attack, as it stabs 4 times in quick succession in front of it. Honestly, the sheer speed of this weapon just means, oh, no crit, try again, and oh, and they all exploded. I mean, when your minimum and maximum damage range is an entire 470 point difference, what can you expect? Extreme highs and extreme lows. In this case, the extreme highs heavily outweigh the extreme lows though, since all daggers in this game are super fast, as I already said, and there's no penalty for trying to gamble for that crit again. Oh, and speaking of gambling, how can we make sure that we always win with this thing, or at least are very likely to win with this thing? If it's a gamble every time you stab something with this, we at least want the odds to be in our favor, so to do that, let's discuss the build. So, before we discuss anything else, we first have to go through our combat professions. First, you'll want to pick Scout, as it adds a multiplicative 50% crit chance to your character. For example, let's say I had a 10% base crit chance. With this profession, it would go up to 15 because of 50% being multiplicative. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you get the point. Okay, the next pick may seem a little bit odd, but we are actually going to ignore Desperado completely. We're going to be picking Acrobat. The main reason will be discussed in a bit, but in a nutshell, the Iridium Needle's crit damage multiplier is so big that you essentially won't be needing Desperado at all. Remember, it already has a base 10% crit chance, so you want to be rolling for these crits as much as possible. By choosing Acrobat, you cut down the Iridium Needle's ability cooldown by half, allowing you to do the quick stab move, which in my opinion is much better. Next up is equipment. Personally, I'd choose the Perfect Ice Rod, as its freezing ability allows you to safely spam left click on enemies without a care in the world. If you're finding it difficult to get a Perfect Ice Rod or your current one isn't too good, then I highly recommend diving into the Skull Caverns with as much luck as possible and a tiny bit of Monster Musk. Simply reset the day if things don't go your way, and in a while you can smile knowing that the Perfect Ice Rod was worthwhile. I love that gag, it's so good. Speaking of spamming left click on your enemies, you'll also be wanting to spam the crap out of right click, which is why I recommend getting Artful on your Iridium Needle. I also recommend getting some innate enchantments on it. With one Dragon Tooth at the Forge, you're able to add innate enchantments to your weapons. For this in particular, I'd personally roll for a plus 75 crit power or a plus 3 crit chance. And lastly, you'll want to add 2 Jades and an Aquamarine to your Iridium Needle. If you're wondering why we don't just put 3 Jades for max crit chance, it's because innate enchantments are a little weird and they're only applicable to weapons below the level of 15, which kinda sucks, but it's fine because the innate enchantments themselves are pretty powerful and very much worth it. Now we move on to the rings, and this may just be the most complicated part of this build, as this is where the path sort of diverges. There's no right or wrong here, but there are 2 main types of builds that I personally like for this: the Crit Disciple and the Mixed build. I personally go with Mixed as I really like the more supporting rings like the Burglar's Ring or the Napalm Ring. Anyways, the first of the 2 builds I recommend is the Crit Disciple, as mentioned before. It is very simply just 2 Aquamarine rings combined with 2 Lucky rings, as this gives you the highest boot to your crit chance as well as your luck. Kind of boring, but it is technically the best build when it comes to increasing your crit chance. The second build, or I guess I should say builds, is a lot simpler and has much more use cases for basically anyone or any scenario. The first ring combination I'd recommend is an Iridium Band combined with a Lucky Ring. The Iridium Band may not affect your critical strike chance by too much, but its extra magnetism, lighting, and base attack increase is much appreciated. If those 3 buffs don't seem too helpful, however, then the Iridium Band is interchangeable for a Napalm Ring. With how fast this build shuts down enemies, it can be nice, as the explosions from killing monsters can sometimes uncover staircases or holes if you're lucky. Next up, I personally used to bring a Burglar's Ring combined with a Hot Java Ring. The amount of coffee you can get from this ring combo is really good, and you only really have to use it once to get all the coffee you'd ever need. That being said, once you do have enough coffee, you can switch out the Hot Java Ring for yet another Lucky Ring. However, if you're really cool, not concerned with getting drops of any kind, and just want to run around killing things like a maniac, then I recommend the Savage Ring combined with the Warrior's Ring. With the amount of things you'll one-tap, the speed boost will essentially never run out, and with the Warrior's energy buff increasing attack by 10, your crits will be even more devastating than before. This is probably the most fun ring combination. I mean, you get to stab things, zoom like Tim Allen, run over to another enemy, and do it all over again. Okay, so I've sort of been wrapping my head around this, trying to write a satisfying ending to this video for a pretty long time, but I just can't. There's no words I can really put together to emulate the excitement this weapon gives when you use it correctly, so screw it. Screw writing, I'm just not gonna do anything. I'll let you guys watch it for yourself. Enjoy. Alright, let's do this. Go, go, go. Oh my god. Oh, hello there. Oh, I didn't get a single crit. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm just kidding. I'm invincible. That's a lot of stuff. Stab! 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 Oh my god! How many crits is this? What? I'm so close to dying. Dying is for losers. Oh, stabby. Stab, stab. Oh my god. Stab, stab. Get him. Oh god. Oh my god. Get in the hole. That guy didn't get crit enough. You know what? You're gonna die this time. Oh, key gems. Spam right click. Spam right click. Spam a lot of healing. Hello. You suck. Die. Oh my god. Oh, big one. Boom. There's normally a lot more crits. Yeah, like that. Too fast for you. Can't hit me. But like, where's staircase though? Oh, found it. There's a lot of slimes here. Ooh. Oh my god. Get him. Yeah, look at you. You have so much. Oh, I just died. Well, what truly a big earner moment. Oh. That was really good. Yeah. Oh god. Well, I'm probably gonna use this as like the ending, the outro of the video. So, as I am sitting here recording this, thank you guys so much for watching. This thing is really good. I have not written the script yet. I have no idea what I'm gonna say. But with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya! Oh my god, I'm gonna stab you now. Blah. Oh wait, no. Blah.